Oh yeah, this thing's gonna bottom out so hard here. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Or is it? But yeah, up. Where you going, vehicle? We're supposed to be going that way. And it's gonna start to roll it forward, hold it for about 5 seconds, and you can start to see the piston working. So we're gonna release the thruster here, and here it goes. What the heck? Oh, that's great. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today we are back with viewer creations. Now, it's been a long time since we've done a viewer creation episode, so I've got a little bit of catching up to do, and you guys have been sending me some very awesome stuff, so we're going to highlight some creators here today, tell you guys to go check out some workshops, and just try to have a little bit of fun here. Now, if you're wondering what this big thing is behind me, that is the mega ramp from the last Scrap Mechanic episode. If you'd like to check that out, I'm going to pop it up in the top right, and I'll have a link in the description. And remember folks, if you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, leave this video a thumbs up, helps out my channel, and let's go check out these creations. Now, if you guys would like to send anything for me to check out on the channel, I'm going to flash my email up on screen. I'm still accepting viewer creations and just trying to see what new stuff we can get into here. Now, we're going to start here on the right because the Piston just came out, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, well, can you create a piston-powered vehicle? And I was trying to think in my head how that would work. I always pictured like a train, like an old locomotive, old steam train, how they work and how the piston pushes the big train wheels forward, and it just kind of circles around. And Mr. Croca, he sent this to me a couple days ago, and I just now got around to checking this out, and this thing is actually really cool. It's his little concept piston car. Let's go ahead and pull up the description here. By the way, all the workshops will be linked in the description. Definitely go check out his workshop here. Let's see. This is called the Piston Wagon. It's created by Mr. Croca. It's powered by pistons. You've got AD steering, one's to start the piston, two's for forward, and I'll explain that here in a second. 3's the horn, 4's the door, 5's the light. Do not copy this creation. Go check out his workshop, and let's go jump into this here. Now, when I said there's when his instructions say there's a forward, he's got a thruster mounted here where the motor would be on this vehicle, and that actually gets the momentum going, and then the piston will take over once you release the thruster. And my thought is maybe there's not enough power in the piston, or you have to get it maybe going in one direction first for the piston to be able to work right. So, we've got that. Now, this is kind of an odd looking vehicle. It reminds me a little bit of like a Beverly Hillbillies type vehicle because there's a bunch of stuff on the back of it. There's a little outhouse in here. There's a little living quarters on the inside. It's kind of a charming little unique car that I'm ready to try out. Let's go ahead. Need to find a long straightaway. I think probably that's gonna work. Let's go ahead and pop this thing down. Let's hop in. The door's over here. Okay. So we're gonna hop into here. Let's go ahead and close the door. Turn on the lights. Now you turn the 1 key on. Now you're watching the piston. It's trying to work. He's got, from what I can tell, he's got an AND gate at the top. He's got the timer. He's got a NAND gate at the bottom. They're all hooked into a certain way. Don't ask me about logic. I'm not really a logic person. And he's got the piston set on, I think, 2 blocks to go down to start the turning. So it needs a little bit of assistance here. So we're going to hit the 1 key, or actually the 2 key. And it's going to start to roll it forward, hold it for about 5 seconds, and you can start to see the piston working. So we're going to release the thruster here, and here it goes. It's going. I mean, it's not like a high-powered machine, and I'm going to show you guys, I actually experimented with this little mechanism he's got in the back, and stuck 6 of them together to see if maybe we're going to get more speed, or maybe it can have more towing power, which it's doing a pretty good job as is right now with the 1 piston there. It will slow down. We are getting a little bit of a downhill motion, but you can tell it's still working. It's still keeping that back wheel turning. It actually looks kind of cool. So yeah, I experimented around. I was like, can we stick 6 of these together, and would that actually make a difference? And this is a little harder than it looks. Keeping the pistons in time and going at the same strength, because it seems like if you have multiple pistons trying to do this, they kind of get off-timed, or one of them will get stuck, and that's where I kind of got a little frustrated. So I kind of see where he's just done the one. I'm kind of curious if anybody else is going to get anything or create anything else. And I don't think we're going to make this jump, are we? Nope. Not enough power to make the jump there. So yeah, I'm kind of curious as to what other piston vehicles we're going to start seeing here, because this is like only scratching the surface here. Because I think he sent this to me like probably 2 days after the piston update, or maybe even 1 day. So yeah, he's got this one here. Let me pull mine out and just show you how big of a fail it was when I tried to actually hook 6 of these things together. Alright, so here is my version of, well, I wouldn't say it's a version of that vehicle, or it's me taking that little back mechanism and trying something different with it. So I didn't just cut it off and copy and weld it. I actually just built them because I wanted to see exactly how it worked. So you see the mechanisms here. I moved the logic up forward. Now, one thing I did try, and you can see there's bearings up here. They're actually locked down by a controller right now. I have a bearing at the top and at the bottom to see if I can make these little piston mechanisms actually turn, just to see if maybe I can get steering in the back. It worked a bit, but it just seems like everything kind of gets off timed. So I'm going to start the mechanisms up, and then I'm going to start going forward here. And you can see it's pushing. And then I release it here, and it somewhat works. It starts to stall out, and you can see, and I don't know how to stop that. I mean, it's rolling, and it's doing a decent job right now, but you'll see some of the pistons, occasionally, they'll get off-timed, and I really do think that's starting to screw up, like right there, it's screwing up the momentum. So it's a question of how to get everything in time, how to get those pistons up to a certain strength. I don't know if that's the problem. I would like to see, I think Durf's going to come out with some modded pistons. Maybe he can have some that don't give, and it's just like a really, really strong piston. But yeah, up. Where you going, vehicle? We're supposed to be going that way. Okay, well, anyways, there's my failed attempt at that. I'm kind of glad I didn't go through, or didn't continue with that one, because that was a bit frustrating, but I was glad to be able to take that apart and really learn from that creation. But anyways, let's move on to the next creation. Okay, I've got 3 more creators here. Now that thing that you see in the background, the big vehicle, we're gonna show that last. That's kind of a 80K subscriber gift from somebody that follows the channel. So we're gonna check that out last because I'm pretty sure that's some sort of surprise. So let's check this out over here. This is another diesel truck, and this one, the detail is absolutely fantastic. I've actually been playing a little bit of Euro Truck Simulator as of recent, and whoa! Sounds like a rattlesnake going off. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take this thing apart real quick. Actually, let's go get the description over here. This is made by a viewer of the channel. I've seen him comment quite a bit. His name is Lars, and it's right in front of me. I know it is. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so it's Lars Christensen. I believe I'm saying that right. It looks like it was a modified version of a truck, or maybe the cab he used from somewhere else, but it looks like he has modified some things on there. And mainly what I was kind of curious about was the air ride suspension, and there's like a central locking system. There's a lot of things that are really pretty crazy in here, and I had to look at the spider web a couple times to really pick this thing apart, and that noise is nuts. What is that? I don't know what's making that noise, as you can see. Oh, where do people come up with stuff like this? This is crazy, this spider web. Okay, so I see a bunch of free bearings in the back. That's part of the rear assembly here. You've got that. You even see the drive shaft. It looks like it possibly maybe turns from up there, maybe back here, maybe that bearing. There's more suspension pieces. Looks like there's looks like you got a sway bar, a roll bar right here. Oh my. Oh, there's logic. There's just, you know what? Let's just drive it. I don't even want to try to explain it. Like sometimes for the viewers, I like to try to explain things. This thing is loud, but that's gonna be. Whoa! Did that crank it up? Oh, that is cool. Okay, that is really cool. Oh, you can see the lights. It's like just idling here. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and hop in the cab here. Let's see. One door, or 1 key's the door, 2 keys at the engine. No. Oh, that's the lights. Okay, 3 key. Radio, we don't need that. 4 key. Oh, that's a mighty horn. Okay. 5 key. 5 key's probably doing something here. Maybe I should drive around first. And let's go with the 6 key. 6 key was Looks like maybe trailer lights. Maybe you're backing up to your trailer, you need those little lights. Okay, let's go and drive this thing around. It's got an air suspension on it, and it sounds like a rattlesnake every time I release. What is that noise? I have no clue. Maybe Lars in the comment section can explain this a little bit more, what I'm hearing, because that's a very particular noise that I haven't heard in Scrap Mechanic. So yeah, you've got that. How do I turn my hazards off? Oh, that's a tree. Actually, are the blinkers? Oh, the blinkers are working. So when you hold the A key here, you've got the blinker over to the left blinker, and then you hold the right, or the B or D key, and you get the right blinkers. Huh, that is really cool. It's got a nice ride to it, I'll tell you that. It's not like overly sensitive. It doesn't feel like it's a tank like a lot of trucks feel, especially my trucks. Some of my trucks don't really turn that well. But yeah, this is definitely cool. I like this a lot. Let's hit that 5 key again while we're driving and see if that changes something. Maybe it's locking something. I think it said something about a lock in the rear suspension. I love suspensions, but I can't explain a lot of them, so I don't really know exactly what's going on. But this is definitely a very cool creation. It's the man truck. It reminds me so much of Euro Truck Simulator, which I don't know why I play that game, but it's just kind of one of those relaxing games that you go in, you have a nice little session, and you just leave. I mean, it's just, you go in, and it's almost like a relaxing thing, and I think that's what a lot of people say about those games. But we now have Euro Truck Sim. Oh, nope, that's a rock. So yeah, we now have Euro Truck Sim here in Scrap Mechanic. I think I might be stuck in the cab. Oh, by the way, it's a pretty detailed cab, actually. I want to say he's using DERF parts. Let's see if we can hop out this way. Yeah, I think he's using a mixture of the DERF parts, and maybe that's it. I don't know if DERF's got these rims, or maybe that's a different one. I don't know, they all kind of combine mod packs, so this might all just be DERF. But yeah, that's definitely a really cool creation. Definitely go check out Lars' workshop, because he's got more awesome stuff like this. And let's jump to the next one. Alright, so our next creator, which this one has a very, very unique name, it's SmoksterMcPuffPuff. He's got a pretty awesome workshop. We're going to check out the Dune buggy first, because the thing that I want to check out, like I really want to showcase, I'm going to show you why it's going to be really hard to do that. He's got this thing called the monster buggy, and it is indeed a monster, and it's a monster lag. Like, it is bad, but I really would love to drive it because it looks so awesome. But we'll spawn it here in a second. Let's get something that doesn't lag quite as bad. This is his Dune buggy, and I had to stare at this for a second, and obviously I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to. Look at the amount of bearings for this suspension. That's insane. That's nuts. I love suspension pieces. Everybody knows this, but this is beyond me here. I don't know what's going on here. I really wish I could explain this, but I don't think I do a very good job at doing that. So let's hop in. It's kind of like a sand rail. You've got 2 seats here. It's got a pretty cool look. I like what he did with the roll bar. This is a completely vanilla build, so obviously if you're using like a DERF pack, you could have just used the bars that just come over the driver and slant down, but he's actually got them on bearings because this is a completely vanilla build, which I really wish Scrap Mechanic would go ahead and just add us some more pipe pieces, some more angles, because that would be really, really useful. So here we go. Oh, you know what? This thing actually drives pretty good. Oh! That's actually really surprising because look how cambered in the wheels are. And if you recall, I made a trophy truck about 2 weeks ago, and its front wheels were real cambered in like this, but the back wheels weren't anything like this one. But this one's got a lot of bounce in it. So I like this. Let's see, can we hit the jump here? Can we get some epic air? Can I drive this thing straight? Oh! Scrap Mechanic, it shifted. Actually, we might have bottomed out there. The front might have bottomed out. So I was trying to figure out at first. I was looking at it for how cambered it is. I was like, does it have like a gas-powered suspension? Is it going to lift? But it doesn't seem to do that. But let's go ahead and see if we can get going here. Up, 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 up. It's pulling. It's pulling. Oh, no. Actually, that worked out pretty good. Ooh. Ooh, that would have been a gut checker right there. That thing bottomed out pretty bad. Okay, let's circle around here. Let's try to hit that from maybe this angle, because I want to see this thing in the air. Actually, you know, we really should just go take this on the mega ramp. I mean, I only built a purpose-built ramp, but here we go. Ah, nice. I love the way when you have these big, beefy off-road suspensions, when the car gets in the air and all the tires drop. That's awesome. But you know what? Let's try it. We're gonna hit that ramp once. I have a feeling this thing might be too low to the ground. I have a feeling it's gonna bottom out on the bottom of the ramp, but we'll see. Alright, here we are. We're at the top of the mega ramp. Wish me luck here. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna bottom out so hard here. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Or is it? Is it gonna work? Nope. Yeah, it's dragging. Hey, we got off the ramp. We got further than I thought we would. Yeah, that thing sits really low to the ground. Let me double check. I'm not missing... Hold on, hold the phone, hold the phone. Is there buttons up here? Those are not tied to the seat. No, they're dead buttons. Okay, I had to check there. I had to make sure that there wasn't any sort of gas suspension on here. I mean, it's really good. It sets low to the ground. I would definitely advise not hitting the mega ramp with it. But it does pretty good for the off-road terrain, so definitely happy that he sent that. Now, as far as the creation that I really wanted to show you guys, get ready, prepare yourself, because this is going to get laggy. So this is also by SmoksterMcPuffPuff. This is his monster buggy. Alright, so you're like, oh, that's a pretty big creation, you know, that's unique, and then, yeah. I don't know if that's the same suspension setup or what is going on here, but watch what happens when we drop it. Oh, fill the frames. Fill the frames. Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's turn it. Let's turn it over here. And let's try driving it. Oh, the frames are real. All right. It's really roomy in here, by the way. There's a lot of space. Let's go ahead and get in. Okay, so let's just go through the buttons. One button's obviously your door. 2 button is, oh, your lights. 3 buttons, your overheads. 4. Check that out. You've got the big engine in there. He's got quite a bit of detail, and look how many engines he's got stacked in there. He's got, it looks like 4 gas engines, maybe 1 per wheel, and he's also got thrusters back here, which is pretty nutty. So let's go ahead and close those. 4 key is to activate the suspension. Now I do notice that when you activate the suspension, it helps with the frame rate slightly. So you've got that, and your 6 keys, your thrusters, which I don't think we really need those at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna do this just for a second here, just to try to show you guys this thing in action. It's just so, it's laggy, and it's not his fault. I mean, it's just, it comes down to another one of those scrap mechanic, how much can the game truly handle? And I think we've reached the point of what it can handle here, but yeah, it's really actually cool. It's just, you can't really use it, but it's a cool creation. Maybe if one of you guys has an even more monster computer than I have, maybe you'll be able to run this thing, and maybe hopefully one day, this thing will run at 100 frames and we won't have any issues. It's gonna be a while though. Alright, so I've got something that is kind of crazy looking. I'm staring at this thing. I have not gone in and tried to figure out what this is, because I know this is an 80K subscriber gift. So, what is going on here? What is this? Let's go ahead and learn about the creator real quick. His name is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, it's really ironic. I work in the hotel industry where you need to pronounce names right, and I can hardly do that, so you can imagine how that works. This is by Quadisimo, or Quadismo, I think. Or Decimo, I don't know. Anyways, it's for when I reached 50K, he actually sent me a little float for a parade we had in the Old Town. Which, by the way, the Old Town is coming back. I'm just trying to test it out with pistons. I'm afraid of killing it with them. But anyways, looks like this is kind of like a float. It needs mods. It's just a gift. Let's just check it out. So how do we get in? Looks like we get in. Does this thing actually drive? I mean, it's really long. Actually, what's the back look like? That's a mad amount of tires. Okay, let's see if it actually just goes forward. I'm kind of curious. I don't really know what it is. It kind of feels like maybe a float or something. Or hold on. Oh, hey, it actually drives. It's actually doing a decent job. I actually think it's. Oh, you know what? It's actually got a AD converter or AD switch in there, and it's sounds like he's got some thrusters, so if I'm holding A here, it's actually trying to assist it in turning. That's pretty clever. I mean, obviously this thing's huge. I think the main part of this, and I kind of want to get a view of this, is to hit the 1 key. Is there a way I can hit this key without being inside? I like to view. There's something in here, obviously, but what is it? Let's hit this key. What the heck? Oh, that's great. Oh, that's funny. Oh, there's our 80K subscriber special right here. Oh, look at that. Actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like the little sparkle effect he's got going with the flickering of the lights. You got the CG 80K. I think he's using, I think that's the bling mod. One of Durf's things that lights up, or one of his block mods, I think. So yeah, you've got the little 80K spitting little sign there, and you've got the big, almost like disco ball going. It's like a little party trailer. That's kind of neat. It's always odd to have somebody make something for you, because you're like, man, they actually put in a lot of effort. It's kind of strange that somebody would take time out of their day to put something together for you. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's a neat little surprise. I'm really glad I didn't click that button before, because I did briefly look at this creation just to see what it, kind of what it was. But I knew there was something on the inside. I'm really glad I didn't click that. So I definitely want to thank Mr. Quadismo, I think I'm saying that right, for sending that over. That's pretty cool. You got the big Camodo on this side. So yeah, I think that's gonna about do it for this episode. I could show off a couple more of a Smoky McPuffPuff or SmoksterMcPuffPuff. But he's also got some more workshop creations that I think you guys should go check out and check out on your own. I don't want to show everything he's got going there. And also all the other creators. Mr. Croca, he's got an amazing workshop also. Lars has got a good one. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't been through all of Quadismo's, but I'm pretty sure he's got some pretty cool stuff in there too. So links will be in the description. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Viewer Creations. Like I said, if you'd like to send anything to the channel, you have my email, or you can go to the Steam group. And next week we'll be returning with more scrap mechanic builds, more brick rigs. I'm going to try to go back. I know some people have been asking about my summer car. I would like to try to bring that back. I did run around in my save a little bit just to try to get familiar as to what happened last time I stopped playing it. So maybe we'll jump back into that and try to find some other games too. But anyways, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for being so awesome, sending me stuff, commenting on the channel, just trying to help me build up my channel, which is going pretty good right now. So anyways, hope you guys have a good day, and we will see you guys next time.